Hey, you. Yeah, you. You didn't stumble here by chance, so let's talk. My name is Tyanne, but a lot of people call me Taj, and I'm most known for my loud New York personality and my unfiltered opinions. The Melanated Mindset is a safe space for unpopular opinions and heated debates amongst a diverse melting pot of those of us that classify as a melanated millennial. And I don't care if you got a lot of melanin, just a little bit of melanin, or hell, you just melanated by association. Everybody is welcome. Now, I can't speak for y'all, but after seeing what being an adult is really about, nah, I got some things to say. And I know y'all do too. So let's talk about it. Because what's really going on?
What is up, y'all? Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not to the Melanated Mindset. If you're new, you definitely need to go all the way back to season 1, start from the beginning, just so you can get a better idea of who I am and what this is. And for those of y'all that are not new, y'all already know the vibes. This is a safe space. This is our Monday meetup spot. This is where I get some opinions off my chest. This is where I come talk about things that are going on in the world or things that are going on in my personal life. Well, not my personal life, but things that are happening with me personally. And it's a judgment-free zone where we going to get some things off our chest. We're going to vent a little bit. We're going to drop some gems and some knowledge. And then we're going to keep it pushing with the rest of our week and come back next week and do it all over again. So those of y'all that are not new, y'all know the vibes. I like to start every episode with a complaint of the week because it's Monday. Duh, you got something to complain about. Who doesn't, right? So this is where we come to do that. But you only get one thing to complain about. My complaint of the week is that I have not stopped or I have not learned to stop expecting me from other people. So I have this tendency where I expect people that I encounter and the people around me to give me the love, the support, all of that in the way that I give it to them, if that makes sense. Or like I expect people to understand my love languages, my communication languages, and I expect people to communicate and love me in those same languages. But obviously, the adult in me knows that's not how the world works. And that's why it's a complaint because I just haven't mastered that. Therefore, it has left me very disappointed. It has left me sometimes unmotivated. But when people aren't communicating or loving you or explaining things to you in a way that you are going to receive it feels like those feelings, that communication, like it's non-existent. And I'm aware of that. However, I just have to stop. I have to stop expecting me from everybody else because there's only one me. There's only ever going to be one me. And I'm just still working on that area of my life, and hopefully some of y'all can relate to that. And y'all know we not just complaining over here. We got some good stuff to talk about too. So that being said, my highlight of the week, kind of as a direct opposite of my complaint, is my new response to being triggered. Y'all probably already see those like memes where they're talking about like you got to know where I came from or where I started to understand where I'm at. And I resonate with that 100% because I used to be a hothead. I'm not gonna say I'm not still a hothead, but I used to be like, all right, so I'm a hothead now, but I used to be a firecracker. Like, soon as somebody piss me off, say something I don't like I'm going in full throttle, like for real. I'm going off, and you're gonna know how I feel. Like, it just is what it is. But as I get older, as I deepen my yoga practice, as I just kind of evolve into the woman that I always wanted to be, as well as the woman I always knew I would be, that required me to really do a lot of self reflecting. If you've been here with me since season 1, like how dark of a headspace I was in when I lived in Italy. Like, if you knew, like, you got a lot of catching up to do to really understand. But when I lived in Italy, I was in such a dark headspace. I will say about a good half of that was postpartum depression after having my son in the height of COVID. But it took a lot of self reflecting because I was just locked in the house. When you locked in a house with a baby that was too young to be active or talking, like, you have a lot of quiet time, or you have a lot of personal alone time. And I used that time to do a lot of soul searching. I used that time to figure out things that I liked, things that I didn't like, like just ways that I can improve myself. It really made me sit back and honestly reflect, like, everybody else is not always the problem. That's not saying that I'm always the problem, but I have to learn better ways to react to those problems. Like, when I'm triggered, I have to find better ways to react, because I'm the type of person, like, no, I'm not gonna say one small inconvenience, but because to other people it be a small inconvenience, but to me it be the principle of the fact. It be the morals behind stuff, the logic behind stuff, or the lack of logic behind things that really piss me off. Like, yo, it's not even what you did; it's the fact that you think that's okay, or like, it's not what you said. It's not what you said. It's the fact that to say that you have to believe XYZ. Like, for me, everything's always been a lot deeper. So I had to stop giving deeper situations such a surface reaction. Like, getting upset, getting mad, cursing people out, going crazy. To me, that's now a surface reaction. And I had to really sit and dig, like, yo, nobody deserves that type of power over me. Nobody deserves to be the reason that I come out of character. If I come out of character, it's gonna be because I want to, not because you triggered me. And y'all know, like, I'm almost 30. Like, listen, I am a lady, okay? I'm a lady of class. Ladies with class are not, we not doing all the rah-rah out in the street. Like, it's just not happening. Like, me and Malik was talking about this and he was laughing, but I'm at my call cops era. Like, I'm not fighting at all. Like, I'm somebody's mother, I'm a business owner, I'm a brand. There are just certain things I am above now. And that's not to say that nobody else that's not on that level is not above those things. But me personally, where I am in my journey, there are certain things I'm above. I'm not finna put my hands on you. I'm finna call the cops. And it is what it is. And coming from where I come from, like, I know some people are like, wow, seriously? Yes, because I have a brand to protect. My face is the brand. If you scratch up my face, now there's no content that can be taken. There's no interviews that can be done. Like, it's I'm not doing that. So I had to really dive deep and find new responses to being triggered. And now when I find myself when I'm upset, I need to go meditate. I need to go journal. I need to go burn my Palo Santos. I need to go do yoga. Like, those are now my new responses to being triggered. And I wholeheartedly love that for me. So if I could do it, I know that anybody under the sound of my voice, you can reprogram your brain, reprogram your emotions to find deeper responses to being triggered instead of fighting surface level ones, like being upset or like the real shallow stuff. I had no intentions to really kind of go off on a rant like that for my highlight, but it's just something that's really near dear to my heart, and it's personal to me. This is my personal growth journey. This podcast is kind of a way for me to document that. Like, y'all get to hear it, but when I listen back to these, I'll be able to remember the mind space I was in. You get what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, it's almost like my personal diary, but not too personal. Anyway, y'all know we flowing into our Fendi fact of the day. That's going to tie us into our topic for today. And today's Fendi fact comes from an article published by entrepreneur.org. And I'm going to read y'all an excerpt. I'm going to read y'all a section of it like I normally do. So it says, weak ties will improve your chances of success. The number one predictor of career success is the size and openness of your network, or what Teshima I'm going to say Teshima. What Teshima likes to call the strength of weak ties. That means that it's not enough to simply network with the bubble of your industry or profession. You have to branch out. You have to meet people outside of your immediate sphere of influence and get comfortable forming those weak ties. This will pay off in spades in the long run. And don't expect to build up a network for the moment when you need to make a lot of sales. No one wants to meet with someone who reeks of desperation. Instead, build up your network before you need it because people will smell the fact that you're reaching out only to get something a mile away. End quote. See, I'm using terms like end quotes. See? A lady with class. Nah, I'm joking. But y'all know the Fendi fact is always going to roll us into what we're talking about today. And if you can't tell by the title or the Fendi fact, we're going to be talking about the network to net worth pipeline, in my opinion. I'm not even, scratch that. I'm not even going to say my opinion because anybody that's successful, anybody that's trying to be successful, is going to have to adopt this mindset that your network is a direct reflection of your net worth. And that's kind of just what it is. So I want to start with a question. I want to try to start every episode with a question just because I feel like it kind of gives y'all something to think about at the beginning. So are the people around you in a position to help you get where you want to be and vice versa? So when I ask that, I'm talking about your family, your friends, your associates, the people you interact with on social media. Like, are these people genuinely in a position to help you get where you want to be? And on the contrary, are you in a position to help those people get where they want to be? If you said no to both, can I ask you, like, obviously not in real time, but I just want to ask you, then why do you associate with them or why do you hang out with them? And I know some of y'all are going to be like, well, I don't have to just hang out with people to get something from them. And you absolutely right. But in my honest opinion, the people that you surround yourself with, the people that you interact on a daily basis, those are the people that should be feeding your fire. They should be adding fuel to your soul. They should be in places. They don't have to be physically in places or physically in rooms, but maybe they just in the right headspace or the right mindset. Like y'all got similar mindsets. They a go-getter, you a go-getter. Like y'all trying to accomplish these goals and y'all trying to do X, Y, and Z. The people around you are supposed to help build you up in some way, shape, or form. And you should be one of those building blocks for them as well. And I feel like to get to that point, you have to understand the friend category. And when I say friend category, I'm not just talking about the regular ones like, oh, this is my acquaintance, my coworker, my friend. No, 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 no. I feel like in order for you to honestly build a genuine network that is going to help you get to the next level in your life, whatever that may be for you, is to stop thinking that every friend, I'm using air quotes there, is for everything. So when I say friend categories, I'm talking about you don't have to do everything with every friend. Every friend does not have to fit into that category. And I think that as we get older as adults, that's why we find it so hard to make friends because we're trying to find those friends that we could do everything with. But the real mature people understand that's not the case. You need your party friends. Those are friends you hit up when you're trying to go out, go to the club, do all that. You need your travel friends because unless you've tried, if you haven't traveled with a group of people, let me be the one to tell you, you cannot travel with everybody. Just like the party friend, you cannot party with everybody. You need your spiritual slash religious friends that kind of uplift you. They're your breath of fresh air. They remind you there's a higher source, a higher power. There's a bigger plan. There's a bigger picture. You need your soulmate friends. The soulmate friends to me are the friends that you can do everything with. And that should be your most exclusive group of friends. I'm talking like y'all, it need to be a real process before you induct people into that soulmate category of friends. Because those are the people you talk to every day. Those are the very, very, very few people you can do all of the above with. And then you need like your work friend or your network of friends. aka they may not necessarily be in your specific profession, but they're in a profession that complements yours, or you're in a profession that complements theirs. You get what I'm saying? Those are the type of friends you need to have. Because if you keep this mindset that I want to do everything with all of my friends, you're going to constantly feel drained. You're going to constantly feel like everybody's not on the same page, because they're not. Everybody's realistically not in the same area of their lives. So therefore, you need to place these people accordingly. Place them accordingly to how they best fit into your life and to your bigger plan to get to the next level. Like, if you're not where you want to be, in my opinion, you don't have time to chill. Like, does everybody need a breath of fresh air to reset? Yes. But if you got goals that you set in January to accomplish by December, and it's now April, and you ain't crossed off a single thing off that list, or even got a step closer to crossing off anything on that list, you probably don't need to be going out to club every weekend. You probably don't need to be flying out to Cancun and Tulum and Jamaica every time your friends want to fly out. Because maybe your friends are, maybe those friends are accomplishing those goals. You get what I'm saying? Like, tomorrow is not promised. So work hard, but reward yourself accordingly. But don't reward yourself when you ain't, what are you rewarding yourself for if you're not accomplishing anything? I don't care what you do. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You could be working a regular 9 to 5. Everybody has goals they trying to achieve. And if you've had the same goals for the last 5 years and you still ain't nowhere near crossing them off, like, you need to reevaluate your list. You need to maybe set more realistic goals for yourself. Or maybe you need to take a step back from these friends and the people that you hang out with. It goes back all the way to what I was saying a couple seasons ago. I don't even remember if that was season 1 or season 2, but you have to manipulate the algorithm, because even down to social media, like, all of that stuff plays a part. I am telling y'all from experience. Unfollow well, I'm not telling y'all to do this, but what worked for me was unfollowing blog pages like the Shade Room, and like just anywhere that just constantly promote negativity and just not things that are going to help me get to the next level of my life. I spoke about this when I talked about me taking a dive into my new career, because if you're new, I am a licensed realtor in the state of South Carolina, currently servicing the Columbia/Fort Jackson area. So if you or anybody that you know is looking for someone to help them buy or sell a house, or just kind of want to understand the housing market or what their next steps may be, I am y'all homegirl. Shameless plug. But when I took that dive into that new career, like, I started following nothing but successful, specifically black or brown real estate agents, and I just started engaging with their posts, not just liking them, sharing their posts, commenting on their posts, responding to their stories, and it tailor made my algorithm to where I was only like, I would open Instagram and the first 5 or 6 posts I'm scrolling past is all successful real estate agents on the top of their game, or at least appearing to be on the top of their game. So you know what that made me do? That made me get the hell up off my phone and go do something so that I could be one of those people. You get what I'm saying? That's what I mean by, are the people you surround yourself with, are the people that you take energy from, are they in a place to help you get where you want to be? Constantly seeing what I was trying to achieve helped me get to the next level of my life and the next level of my career. It helped me take it a lot more seriously. And I feel like, honestly, everybody needs to do that. I don't care what kind of business you're in or what you're trying to do. You need to be constantly reminded of that. That's why I'm a huge advocate for vision boards. Put your goals not just on notes in your phone, but even if you don't got a vision board and you're not creative, write it on sticky notes. Put it beside your bed. Like, my friends will tell you, I'm real Virgo. Like, it's given, I want to see the affirmations, because you need a constant reminder of those things. Because if you're not constantly reminding yourself, and then the people around you aren't displaying what you're trying to see, it'll be real easy to forget those goals. And that's how you end up with goals on your list for 5, 10 years that you haven't accomplished yet. You get what I'm saying? You have to used, in air quotes, use people, but still be useful. Like when you're building your network, you need to be genuinely reaching out to people, genuinely supporting businesses. Like I am an advocate for that. I'm not telling you how to do nothing that I haven't already done, and I'm here to tell you it works. My now mentor, she became my mentor from social media. Like I found her, she was one of the successful real estate agents in my area. I found her months before I got licensed, started constantly engaging with her posts, messaging her, sending her, like just good vibes, good energy. And one day I seen her post an event she was going to be at, and y'all, I pulled up. Literally got dressed, pulled up on top of my game, and she just loved my vibe. She loved my energy. She was able to put a face to a name. She knew exactly who I was because I had been so constant with engaging with her content, not being annoying, but I was engaging with her content. So she already knew who I was. And then when she was like, yo, how'd you hear about this? I'm like, yo, I seen you posted and I pulled up. Like, I wanted to meet you. I wanted to network. And that was like, yo, she was sold. Like, are you serious? You really just did that? And mind y'all, I showed up to this event by myself. Everybody showed up with a friend or something. I showed up by myself. So that alone showed her, like, not only was I serious, but I was dedicated, but I was really showing love, and I was really trying to be one of the greats. She literally pulled up on me the next day at my house to help me with an appointment that I got on my own, and she was just so blown away instantly, wanted me on her team, and now she's my mentor. And that her mentor is one of my biggest real estate influences. Like, y'all see what I'm saying about how you gotta be, I'm gonna talk about it in another episode, but you have to put the shame aside. I feel like we got to go back to the mindset that social media was when we first got it. Be social. Stop getting on there thinking you better than everybody or you too good to show people love. Like, oh, if I big her up, oh, I'm kissing her ass. Like, no. You're genuinely just showing people love because in this day and age, so many people don't do that. So that type of stuff stands out. That's what I mean by you got to use people. Did I intentionally just want to take knowledge and information from her? Absolutely not. But did I want it? Yes. But I made sure that I was in a position to bring something of value to her as well. I knew she would be an amazing asset to my real estate career and help me get where I wanted to be. But I also knew in order to achieve that goal, I needed to educate myself, be on the top of my game, and make myself useful to her to help her get where she want to be. So that's what I mean when I say you got to use people, but you got to be useful. I hate when people try to act like, oh, she just using me for clout. Okay, you cannot just expect people to give you their platform and all of that good stuff. But you have to bring some type of value to the relationship. And that is how you network. You never know if you're an entrepreneur or business owner, you never know where your next client or customer is going to come from. But if you generally out here in these social media streets and in real life, showing mad love, spreading mad love, supporting mad people businesses, hello, referrals. Literally, that's just how it works. You got to genuinely be putting yourself out there. You have to honestly be supporting people. Like an Instagram like is not enough. That person got a business, you buy something. Can't afford it now, wait till they have a sale. Simple as that. When you get your product, do a review on your story or a post. It's little things like that that go such a long way in this business world. They really do mean it when they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. You can get into them rooms. You just have to make yourself valuable enough to be invited. Like, I've been a licensed agent for less than a month, and the rooms that I've been in, the women I have spoke to, I have been in rooms with millionaires, black women millionaires. You get what I'm saying? Simply off the fact that my social media presence, I am not scared to show people love. I am not scared to share somebody's post. Like, I don't think nobody's above me or I'm above nobody. I just am a black woman trying to be on and generally trying to put other black women on whenever I get a chance. And those women see that. Like, I went to a real estate event and went to introduce myself to the host after, like mix and mingle type thing. And she was like, hey, I know you. You just moved from Italy, right? Yeah, I've been seeing you a lot on my Instagram. Boom. Here I go trying to introduce myself to this woman in this real estate game that's a top producer. And she already know who I am. She already knew me because she remembers seeing my name constantly on Instagram. You get what I'm saying? So y'all gotta stop being afraid to show people love. Because those same people is the same people that's going to shamelessly show you love and throw business your way. And what that means? Money. These relationships bring you money. That's the point. That's the using, quote unquote, part. You building these relationships with hopes of making money in the future, hopefully the near future. But you're also building these relationships to bring that person money, hopefully in the near future. That brings me back to what I said in the beginning. Your network reflects your net worth. Literally, think about it. Think about people that are rich. I'm talking mega millionaires. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all those great millionaires, billionaires, whatever, right? Y'all think they hang out with people that are not in a position to make them more money? Exactly. Now, I'm not saying you got to go and cut off all your friends because they're not making millions and trillions of dollars, but I'm saying they need to at least have the mindset that they can make millions and trillions of dollars. You see what I'm saying? Or if they're not, you put them in the correct friend category. In your head, you know, all right, this is the person I'm only finna go on trips with. This is the person I'm only going to go to the club with. We are grown. If people get offended that you're putting them in categories, those are not friends that you even need to have. Because rich people hang with other people that are rich or that are going to help them get more rich. So why should you be any different if you're trying to get rich? If you adapt the mindset of these millionaires, billionaires from now, from the beginning stages, it'll flow. You see them rich people, they be real cocky, they knew they was going to be rich. So if you trying to be rich or successful, whatever your goal is, you need to have the mindset that you already there. You need to start following those type of people. See this type of people they hang around, and you be like, oh yeah, like I gotta upgrade my circle. And I'm not saying you gotta ditch your old peoples, but you damn sure need to add more people that can help you get where you want to go. And it's literally just that simple. And that's really what I got for y'all today. So y'all know we're gonna end in a very familiar place. The word of the week. This week's word is network. And when I say network, I'm talking about shamelessly network. Put that pride aside. I'm not saying go ask for handouts. I'm saying be willing to give handouts in with the mindset that hopefully someone will give you a chance. You get what I'm saying? Like you have to really put yourself out there. There in the last month, I can't tell you how many businesses I have supported, how many girls that just even when they got sponsored content, I'm liking it, I'm sharing it, I'm saving it. All those things help strengthen those relationships. And I'm like y'all heard me say, a client or a customer is going to become a friend faster than a friend is going to become a client or a customer. So these network relationships that start off in your head strictly for business purposes could blossom into your work friends, your network friends. So now you got your leisure travel friends, but then you got your business travel friends. Like, you get what I'm saying? Once you start plugging people into those categories, you start being a lot less stressed. Friends, acquaintances, whoever, people you surround yourself with should be adding to your life and in a positive way. You should feel free, you should feel successful, and you should feel like you could conquer a million giants. But also make sure you are putting that exact same energy out to these other people. And that's really all I got. Y'all know the vibes. Follow me on Instagram at Tyanne.Watson. Follow me on Twitter at Tyanne Watson. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know that's new. So y'all listening to this are probably gonna be the first to know about the YouTube channel. At least this is the first podcast episode where I'm mentioning it. But yes, your girl has officially started a YouTube channel. So if you listen to my podcast faithfully, you like the vibes, you rocking with me, go rock with me over there because I'm about to school y'all on everything real estate and break things all the way down. I'm about to drop these gems because you deserve a house. Everybody deserves a house. I'm trying to be like Oprah. You get a house, you get a house, you get a house. Come on, I'm trying to help people honestly build. Let me be more specific. I am trying to help melanated millennials build the generational wealth that we did not get. And I'm not just talking about on Instagram. I'm not just talking about sharing the memes. We're trying to do this thing in real life. Okay? We're trying to play Monopoly, but in real life. And if that's the vibe you're trying to find, you can find it on my YouTube channel.
And on that note, if you made it this far, thank you for just rocking with me, kicking with me, chopping it up with me, all of that. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. The love, the support, it never goes unnoticed or unappreciated. And if you want to join the conversation in real time and share your personal thoughts and opinions, make sure you follow me on Instagram at the.melanatedmindset. That's where I'm going to be posting all the polls, the questions, the conversation starters, all of that. That's also going to be where you'll get to hear sneak peeks and previews into the episodes to come. It's going to be one hell of a ride. I hope y'all are ready. Until then, I'll see y'all same time, same place, next week for hashtag Melanated Monday. And remember, the goal is to be good and do good. Until then, peace, y'all.